Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Moa, aka Swedish Whiskey Girl, and today we are here with the last dram in this bottle. There was actually just one or two drams in this when I got it, because I got it from a friend who let us try it, so thank you so much for that. But this is the Craigellachie 31. It has been matured in a combination of first fill and refill, and it is at cask strength, which is 52.2% ABV. And has of course been matured for 31 years. I believe originally this expression or this age statement was released for travel retail, but in 2017 it also got won awards for being one of the best whiskies. So it's one that I've seen around in a few different places, and where I actually got to try this was on the Cinderella Whiskey Fair in Sweden, where I was lucky enough to attend a masterclass with their global brand ambassador Matthew Cordner, who is a super lovely person and one of the best brand ambassadors out there if you ask me. And we had this along with other whiskies. I am just writing a blog post on this, so if you're curious, keep an eye out for that on my blog. And we paired it with food, which was absolutely brilliant. It also comes in this lovely tin. Put the lid on, which twists into place like that. If you have just over £1,000 to spare when this was about, and don't think it's available anymore, but you never know where they pop up on auctions. So I am excited to try this. When I had it in the tasting, I remember it as being one of the best ones in that lineup. So let's start by having a look on the nose. I actually wanted to say as well, Craigellachie is one of those whiskies that if you have watched the channels before, you know that it was one of those whiskies I really struggled with at the beginning. Primarily because they use worm tub condensers, which often creates quite a heavy, people usually describe it as like filthy or dirty spirit. It can have a little bit more of sulfuric notes because it's not as... It doesn't strip as many compounds as your shell and tube condensers do. And I struggled a lot with that character at first, but now it's one of my favourites. So as soon as I see a Craigellachie, I'm really, really excited about it. So yeah, let's go on the nose. Oh, it's like pineapple sweeties meets Dunwich Warehouse. And it's just super tropical, but also earthy. And fresh, like fresh golden fruits that are super ripe, along with that kind of golden candy notes, and then the earthiness. This is one of those whisky I can nose forever, because as soon as I go in, I'm just like, oh wow, there's so much to discover. A bit of a floral note as well. I don't know if I can say a particular flower. I would say something kind of yellow. It also has a bit of almost a rapeseed oil note. Almost like a fruit salad. It's almost like pears and a little bit of cherries, and primarily, if this was a colour, it'd be like a sunset orange yellow note, or a colour. Yeah, lovely nose. Let's have a look on the palate and let's savour this dram, because yeah, it is older than me and it's the last dram in this bottle. I might save a few drops so Cody can have another sip of it as well, but Sláinte. This is my first dram of the day. Initially you do feel that alcohol. Did I say it says at 52? Yeah, 52. Definitely feel that, but as soon as kind of the spiciness of the alcohol suddenly changes into like a fruitiness, a golden fruitiness, where that kind of aged golden fruits that I often speak about in older whiskies shows up straight away. Still there on the finish. It's just, it still feels so alive in spite of having rested in casks for such a long time. So it has a bit of an oily character to the texture. And it's more of like a Dunwich warehouse, a little bit of woodiness. But in the same way as all those characters have really well-rounded edges, so there's nothing to get stuck on. It's just really such an interesting experience to try something like this. And of course, I already like the Craigellachie character, so I mean, turning into a bit of a fangirl, so maybe I'm a little bit biased, but it's just that tropical note in it that is so intriguing. And it still has a good texture and balance of everything, but still feels alive, like it has a lot of flavour, and it's not too woody. And the nose is still lovely. Sometimes after you've tried the palettes, and especially with something at higher strength, you almost feel like going back to the nose can feel a bit tame, but the nose is still lovely. Almost something exotic citrusy about it as well. Like, it makes me think of Malaysian apples a little bit, and they're almost like sour fruit. And then I would say it's a little bit of kind of a cinnamon cloves note, but very soft spice. On the nose, it's still that kind of tropical candies with the Dunwich warehouse and the really ripe, mature fruits, which is what I'm so intrigued by. Those really ripe fruits, because it's such a lovely note in whiskey, if you ask me. It's not always that older whiskies are much better than others, and I wouldn't say this is necessarily better, it depends what you like, but it just has notes that I really enjoy. I mean, I'd love to hear if you have tried any older Craigellachie's. They of course have a 23 as well, 27 I think, or the 33. There's often, you can go to tastings and they pop up with something older from Craigellachie, so it's really interesting to keep an eye out for, if you like Craigellachie, of course. Well, let me know your thoughts on it. Even if you like the 13, let me know your thoughts on that. I'd love to hear your comments as always, so please put them in the little comment section here below. And I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please consider leaving a like and maybe subscribe if you haven't already. And if you would like to support the channel by using my affiliate links, I've put them in the little section here below. It's for Master Malt, the Whisky Exchange, and the Scotch Malt Whisky Society. But I hope I'll see you in the next video. Sláinte Skål!